How's it going, everybody? It's 7:16 p.m. Friday, February 9th, 2024. I'm going to quickly tell my most extreme, well, I can't say that. I'm going to tell one of my experiences with unidentified aerial phenomenons, previously known as unidentified flying objects. I think they changed that because of the flying part, because I don't think what these things are doing is considered flying any more than what a fish is doing in the ocean is considered flying. So I'm pretty sure I told somebody about this pretty quickly after it happened on the phone. Well, I briefly told him. I think it was Jacob Abifrom, but if it wasn't, I'm sorry. It's probably been a couple years now. I think it's been a couple summers. But I was out at my parents' house, and they have a deck. And oh yeah, it's important for me to point out that there is like no civilization around my parents' house where I grew up. I've posted quite a few videos out there, so some of you know a little bit of the landscape. But you could stand on my parents' roof and do a complete spin around, like a complete 360, and you're not going to see anything but woods and fields. There is a old farmhouse about a half a mile up the road, and you can see the tip of its chimney, but that's it. And there's only a few homes on the whole road. It's like a real backcountry road. So what I'm just saying is there's nobody looking in the sky out there from the field behind my parents' house, unless it's me or my sister or somebody in my family. But I don't really expect anybody else in my family to just be staring at the sky. My mom might, but the moon was like full, or it was pretty much full to where I remember it being full. I know that it could have been like a hair off or something, but the moon kept looking like bigger. You know what I mean? I'm like watching it, and it's right on the top of the field. So I'm like watching it. Well, I was like, I know it's getting closer. And it was. It actually moved all the way up to where it was hovering directly above the field, probably 200 yards away from me. I know this is hard to believe, but I don't think it was the moon that everybody sees every night now. I think it was something that was, looking like the moon. It also was just a really, really bright white circle, like kind of like it looks spherical, but it also was pretty circle from, how the moon looks kind of circle too, but if you look at it and you can see the right way and you can see the shade on it enough, you can tell that it's kind of, not kinda, it is spherical, or at least it appears to be. So I was out there smoking weed on the porch, and I started having this repetitive thought right before I seen this thing that told me, like, quit smoking. It just was like really intrusive, repetitive thought. And I really did, like, in my own thought kind of voice in my head, I heard it say, like, this will interfere. Stop smoking. So I put it down and lit a cigarette. And then I was standing there, and it just was like, I don't know if I agitated whatever was going on. I don't know if there was like people or beings in it, or if it itself was a being, or any of that, but I felt like I was directly communicating in my brain. And it got to the point where it was not like masked anymore. The light off of it was actually hitting the field. And it did like this like watery, like almost like a plasma looking thing. I've only told somebody this once on the phone right after it happened. I think it was Jacob Abifrom, but I don't think I ever made a video of this. But then I kept like repetitively, like just in my head was like, you have to run straight at it, run straight at it. Don't walk, don't hustle, like sprint, like run as fast as you can. And I remember I was like looking down at my shoes, making sure everything was good. And I was like, first thought was like, this is it. I'm about to find out. Whatever's up, I'm about to know. And I was just like, all of a sudden, like, it just was like, no. Like, I got this very uneasy, paranoid fear feeling, like a healthy fear, like, you know what I mean? If you're on like a dangerous roof and you lean over and look, that kind of fear where it's like you're gonna get fucked up if you don't get scared enough to act appropriately. That was what I felt, like instant, like scared. So I was like, nah, no. I know too many conspiracies about hidden government technology, and I was just like, I'm not doing it. And as soon as I made a decision, like, no, I'm not doing it, like, I had the thought, was like, oh shit, I gotta record this. So then I hurried up and I was like starting to get my camera on and stuff, and I looked up and it was just the moon, and it was like small and looked like it was like really far away, like how the moon always looks. And I mean, that really happened. I could probably go into more detail about it. I said that pretty quickly, but that's the gist of it. And I really don't know still to this day if it was a mistake by not going, but I just kind of went by my instinct. So I don't regret that. That might have been it for old Justin if I'd have went running up through that field. Who knows? I could be locked up, chained up on a Saturn moon right now, watching y'all on a little black and white pixely TV. I just wanted to tell that story. Stay up.